Bring this into order as soon as Michelle and Mrs. Stiff and Mrs. Guerrero come back up here. Thank you, guys. Let's stand for the pledge.
I'll order and roll call.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Have a seat. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Lynn?
Here.
Mrs. Guerrero-Navarre?
Here.
Mr. Bean? Mr. Coffey?
Here.
Mrs. Stiff?
Here.
Mr. Kennedy?
Here.
Mr. Edmond?
Here. Now stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We want to welcome all our visitors and our guests here at the oath of our reorganization of our new board members as well as some that's returned. And so I'm not going to have you guys do that individually. You are going to stand right in front of me. With your paper, please.
Yeah.
Nothing like help. If you need some help, you can get the time to get some, right? Now, you can either affirm or swear. Okay. And you start off with that first paragraph, I, okay, and then you just continue all of it, because I'm not gonna, it's not gonna be repetition. I say I, the sound, you read and you say your name after it. Nobody else. Okay. Ready, go.
I, Michelle Stiff, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of member of Board of Education of Joliet Township High School District 204 in accordance with the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and the laws of the State of Illinois to the best of my ability. I further swear that I shall respect taxpayers' interests by serving as a faithful protector of school district assets. I shall encourage and respect the free expression of opinion by my fellow board members and others who seek a hearing before the board while respecting the privacy of students and employees. I shall recognize that a board member has no legal authority as an individual and that decisions can be made only by a majority vote at a public board meeting. I shall abide by the majority decisions of the board while retaining the right to seek changes in such decisions through ethical and constructive channels. As part of the Board of Education, I shall accept the responsibility for my role in the equitable and quality education of every student in the school district. I shall foster with the board extensive participation of the community, formulate goals, define outcomes, and set the course for Joliet Township High School District 204. I shall assist in establishing a structure and environment designed to ensure all students have the opportunity to attain their maximum potential through a sound organizational framework. I shall strive to ensure a continuous assessment of student achievement and all conditions affecting the education of our children in compliance with state law. I shall serve as education's key advocate on behalf of students in our community school to advance the vision for Joliet Township High School District 204, and I shall strive to work together with the district superintendent to lead the school district towards fulfilling the vision the board has fostering excellence for every student in the areas of academic skills, knowledge, citizenship, and personal development.
Take a deep breath. All right, congratulations to our new board members. Allow me to take some pictures now. Anybody want to take one?
We will now take nominations for President Pro Tem.
I nominate Michelle Stiff, President of the JTHS Board of Education.
For pro tem.
Pro tem.
Second? Oh, do we need seconds?
I nominate myself for president.
I haven't opened up for nominations
okay.
yet.
And then after.
Nominations are now open for the office of President.
I nominate myself. As an alum of JTHS, I've been passionate about this district for 30 years. My own kids currently attend this district and will until 2035. They will be fifth-generation JT graduates. While passion alone doesn't qualify me, I believe my credentials do. I have served on various volunteer boards for approximately 16 years and have held executive positions including treasurer, vice president, and president for about 8 of those years. In addition, I'm currently the president and CEO of Service Inc. of Illinois, a nonprofit serving children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities in 17 counties across northern and western Illinois. I lead a staff of about 210 that serve over 12,500 individuals and families. In addition, I spent 17 years in commercial banking and 6 years teaching at both the undergraduate and graduate level. My current job has refined my leadership skills and provides me with the flexibility to be active and present for our district. As many of you know, I typically visit each of our 3 campuses monthly to see what is happening and to hear from our students and staff. In addition, I make myself available to anyone in the community in order to discuss any comments, questions, or concerns they may have. To that end, I believe that I have the work experience, board experience, and leadership experience that the board president position requires. I'm not concerned with the title. Instead, I'm ready to do the work required. My flexibility, passion, and experience will allow me to do just that.
Are there any other nominations?
I nominate Michelle Stiff, President of the JTHS Board of Education.
I accept. We will now do complete nomination. Are there any other nominations? Nominations are now closed. We will have roll call for Dan Coffey as president.
Mr. Kennedy?
No.
Mrs. Lynn?
No.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No.
Mrs. Guerrero-Numer?
No.
Dr. Huntington?
I'm going to abstain.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
No. We will now have roll call for Michelle Stiff for president.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
I sustain.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero-Numer?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Abstain.
Mr. Coffey?
No.
As president, you would lead the rest of the meeting.
Nominations are now open for the office of vice president.
I'd like to nominate Matthew Kennedy.
Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Nominations are now closed. Matthew Kennedy will be the vice president for the ensuing 2 years. We will now accept nominations for the office of secretary.
I nominate Lorraine Guerrero-Numer.
Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Nominations are now closed for the office of secretary. Lorraine Guerrero-Numer will be the secretary for the ensuing 2 years. Congratulations. We will now move forward with the rest of the agenda. Action item C, reaffirming the 23-24 regular Board of Education meetings.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or concerns? For board officers, may I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Are there any questions? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero-Numer?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Action item E, appointment of a representative to the governing board of the IASB. May I get a motion
Do we have to nominate for this one?
or
Is it for-
nomination? I'm sorry.
I nominate Christine Lynn.
Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, Christine Lynn will represent this school board as our governing representative for IASB. Action item 3, new business. President comments. I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge Mr. Frank Edmond and Mr. Garrett Bean for your time of service. Your servant leadership and demonstrated integrity will be greatly missed. It was an honor to work alongside you. I want to congratulate and extend a warm welcome to Dan Coffey, to Thomas Fitzpatrick, to Dr. Angela Huntington, and to Matthew Kennedy. We are eager to continue our focus on moving this district forward. I want to thank our families, friends, staff, and guests for attending this reorganization meeting. It is an honor to serve as your next president of such a wonderful school district. When I look around and see the 7 of us sitting here, I know above all else, we have common wishes as school board members. We want our kids to learn. We want teachers that are capable, parents that are engaged, and a community that is supportive, and especially an administration that continues to provide effective leadership. With that being said, I am looking forward to our collaborative partnership to reach these desired outcomes. As I reflect on the last 4 years, with all the challenges and successes, the one thing that really resonated with me was from a parent. He served on one of the district's committees, and he asked us a rhetorical question. How do you know when something is great? And then he stated, because they tell us that they're great. It is my duty to be a champion for this district by telling you that we have great programs, we have great staff, and we have great students. Being great comes with expectations. Those expectations will provide opportunities for us to learn from one another, especially as we implement our rigorous strategic plan. We will leverage the benefits of diversity to strengthen our programs, maintain a safe, secure, and supportive environment, and we will use data to drive our decisions. I look forward to serving as your board president, and I always like to end with a call to action. Be the change you desire to see in the world. Thank you. Are there any board reports?
Hi, I just want to be the first to congratulate the very first female black president of the Joliet Township High School Board, Michelle Stiff. With that said, I just want to make mention of a few things. When our leaders here on this board just swore their oath to office. You heard the words, I shall respect, I shall encourage, I shall recognize, I shall foster, I shall assist, I shall strive, and I shall serve. Those are all very important, very well-chosen, well-thought-out words that say that what we are going to do together, not only as a board, but as a district, our administration, our staff, our teachers, our students, our community together. And we cannot do that without recognizing, and I want to make this clear, that diversity, equity, and inclusion are very much necessary and important at Joliet Township High School. We will continue to strive for this together. And everyone on this board needs to recognize that. Moving forward, can't wait to work with all of you and see what the next 4 years is like. Thank you.
Any other board reports?
Our last action item, announcements or public comment.
I just want to congratulate all of the returning and newly elected board members. I look forward to the work that we're going to do, specifically the work in our strategic plan, and echo the thanks to Mr. Edmond and Mr. Bean for their service. But I can't wait to see what's to come, so thank you and congratulations.
Okay.
Gotta press the button.
Thank you very much. I'm going to try to just stand this way. So I guess I'm taking advantage of this as a mom of a senior who in 4 years never had to come here and talk in public comment since I was here. I thought this was a great opportunity to say thank you to the outgoing and the incoming school board. I was going to say county board. I've had 2 kids go through here, and they have both had wonderful experience. And I want to thank the school board, again, I was going to say county board, the school board, because I know sometimes this is a thankless job. I've been in some meetings where you're getting darts thrown at you, and people forget that this is a service that you give our community and to our kids. And while your decisions may not always be perfect, none of us are perfect, but we know if you have the kids at heart, you're doing a great job. So thank you very much to the school board, thank you very much to the administration here, and thank you very much to our educators, because again, I've had the good fortune of looking at schools throughout the state, throughout our county, and I have nothing but good things to say about the Joliet Township School District, so thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. I am Patricia Mead, and I stand before you as representative of the Illinois Nurses Association and the Ascension St. Joseph Nurses. We are so proud of this new administration coming into fact, and if it wasn't for our community and for schooling, we wouldn't be nurses. We had to start somewhere. We need to recognize where that base and that foundation lies, and where it begins and where it ends. There is no end. There's nothing but future and learning and expertise, and just continue to strive and be a better community and for the township of Joliet. So again, I just want to say congratulations on behalf of the nurses. For once, we were looked at and we were recognized that we matter, and we do have a vote, and we stood up and we voted for the individuals that you see here before me today. And we are so proud, and we just want to say congratulations, and we can't wait to see